This is Friday.
But you forgot your name.
This is Friday, September 16th, and we are the SABLE Stitchers, and this is our floss tube number 11. 12. This is our floss tube number 12. We're getting off to a really good start. A week ago, we were at the retreat. We still have retreat brain, I guess.
I have changed my clothes, but it is the same shirt.
Yeah, well, I wear this too, but I went out for lunch for a volunteer today, so I wanted to dress up a little bit. But anyway, we're so glad that you joined us today. Thank you for being here. If you're new here, welcome. SABLE is an acronym for Stash Accumulated Beyond Life Expectancy. And it just seems to be something that happens, and we have a little bit of that to share with you today. So you can find me. Hi, Roberta. You can find me on Instagram at Roberta Lyle.
And I'm Lenny Eisenberg, and you can find me on Instagram at L Eisenberg.
It's been 3 weeks. We've been on a 2-week rotation, and you just forget what you're doing.
I know.
It's like 1 extra week just makes a huge difference, apparently. So anyway, we are just going to kind of jump right in, I think, because we've had, like I said, we had the retreat. We have some kind of special footage to show from that. And so I wanted to start with our finishes, our past finishes, and it was fun because yesterday I was starting to get out some more of my fall stuff, and I had totally forgotten about this. And this is a Pineberry Lane piece that I made, stitched and finished last year. I finished it on a trivet. This is a Priscilla inspired finish because at one point she was finishing things on trivets like this, and so I had to go to the resale store, the consignment store, and look for, or thrift store, and look for to see if I could find some. So now I have several of these, and they do make really cute little finishing pieces. They're really easy to hang or to put on a little easel or whatever. So that's Pineberry Lane.
Little
have a little pom-pom trim on the edge, and then I have like a little, it's hard to see, but I have a little green backing, little green kind of gingham backing. So that was one fun finish. And then my other finish, it's not fully finished, but if you joined us before, I showed this piece. This was probably my oldest whip. If you look there, it's dated 2011.
Yay!
And I never finished it because I ran out of the floss, and it was something that I had from another project or that I received a sample of, and it didn't match any DMC floss. So I took this into Stitch Club, and our friends said, I think you might try Cosmo floss, which I had never heard of before, but they had it in the shop, and it comes just
perfect
in like
match.
The skein like a DMC, but it is really, they said it could be, is it Anchor? They thought it might be Anchor, but they didn't have Anchor at the shop. So I picked up this Cosmo, and I just had a few words to do, and I can't tell the difference. So
beautiful.
I was very happy.
You did it, and it's a perfect match.
Very happy to finally get that done 11 years later. So, how about you?
Well,
you have some really fun finishes. Oh, and
I was going to touch base. This is one that I had showed last time that we didn't know who it was, and it's Ghosty Manor by Bent Creek. So that was that one, and I did this on 10 count, which kind of made it extra big, but I really like it. I think it turned out pretty cute.
Yeah, those colors look good on that.
And then this one,
like a burlappy.
It was. It's that. It's a Lori Holt, her 10 count.
Okay.
And this one I showed too, and I couldn't remember the name of it. And a kind commenter had said that it was Jardin Prive. And as soon as she said that, I went, "Of course it is." As soon as she said that, I remembered it. But anyway, so just wanted to make sure you had the correct names on those. And I had a big finish this weekend. It wasn't anything that I was going to work on, but Teresa Kogut being at the retreat, I have a Teresa Kogut, and I started this Cell of Witches. And I think the last time I showed you, I didn't have any of this part over here. So I got it done. But when I talked to Teresa, it was so funny. I had stayed up really late. I'm sorry, Rupert. I feel like I'm in your face. I stayed up really late and was working on motifs, and it's just like, I just want something that's kind of easy to stitch. I don't have to count too much. Well, Teresa had charted right underneath the whole pattern the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Teresa charted it, so therefore I should stitch it, right? Wrong. It was the numbers so I could put the date on it. So I showed her that I had it done and I had the numbers on it. And
that's so funny.
She just laughed and laughed. And I showed my husband. He says, "Oh, Lenny, you live in an 11-story building with a 7-story elevator." And I said, "I'm going to roast you today, Ike."
He has all the sayings.
He has these what we call Ike-isms. I don't know where they come from, but he makes them up, and they're always funny zingers, and he gets me every time. So I gotta finish.
Looks really good.
And I did work on my little skinny pillows. So this is candy corn. And again, the kit, everything on the front came with it, and then the back as the back, and then I added a little charm and
I love all the little details.
But I just love these, and I think this is my. I have one more kit left, the witch, and so I'm going to get that one done, and then I have the book, so I can't wait to start the book because it's like 20 patterns in there, and then I finished acorn. So
that's so cute.
Had a little gold acorn charm on it. So
anyway, those are really
I got
cute.
those done. Okay,
very good.
So those are my finishes that I did since last video. Okay. This is to show. Okay.
So I think we just want to kind of jump in and talk about the retreat. First of all, thank you to all those who viewed our last video and for all the nice comments. We enjoy reading them. Lenny's really good about reading and commenting right away, and a lot of times it takes me a few days to get through and to comment.
I love your comments.
I do read all of them too, but we really appreciate. We've gotten to know several people through the comments, and then it was fun to meet some of you at the retreat.
Put the faces to the comments and
put the names.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was
so much fun.
Just. So the retreat, and I know Annie, the Proper Stitcher, has posted a recap, and Pam and Steph have posted a recap. Carol Saltbox was there, and I haven't seen her do one yet, but Elizabeth Can Stitch, and then Olivia B was there, and I know she posted a video of her whips with her friend. And if you're new to the cross stitch, we all have acronyms, and whips is works in progress. So she posted a video with her whips that she did with her friend in Missouri while she was, I think it was right before she started going to the retreat. But so lots of good things to see, and everyone has a little bit different viewpoint. I mean, because I like to share information about retreats. If you are interested in attending this retreat, they had 300 participants this time, and it is set up in like classroom style. And what I mean by that is the tables are in a row, everyone faces towards the front, and that's intentional. And Rita, the shop owner, who is the coordinator of the retreat, said she does that because she feels like if we're all in a round tables, we're all chatting, we're not paying attention to the designers.
Chatting? No, we don't chat.
No. And so she wanted to make sure that we were all in a way, sitting in a way that we would be looking at the designers and paying attention when they spoke. So that's why the tables are that way. This was a different hotel than what it's been in the past. And the good part about it was a bigger room. There was more room between the tables, so it was much easier to go through and see what everyone was doing and visit with different people. So I like that about the retreat. It's just, anything you want to say about it?
Well, just a funny. My grandson, we were talking about how the tables were going to be set up, and I kind of mentioned that maybe it was going to be round tables, and so knowing, I had found out later that we were having the long tables, but he didn't know that we were having the long tables. So then I said to him, "Well, I hope I get the end of the long table." And so he looked at me and he goes, "Mamie, there's no ends to a round table." So, I mean, like I said, everybody just loves to make sure that I have been corrected.
Yeah.
But
You're a good sport.
But it was. I mean, it was a nice layout, and we did have enough room to move around and visit and chat, and it was great to be able to be, we were fairly close, and so we got to see the designers up front, and we just had such a wonderful time. And just thank you for all the love and support that you gave us, and it's so nice to see people, and we talked to them on the comments. Thank you. And it's just like, just a big hug. It was just so much fun.
It was it was hard to. But Saturday, we both said we're just exhausted. It's time to go home, but we wanted to just go take a nap and come back because stay there to the very, very end because you're tired, but you're just not ready for it to be over.
No, but I had hit the wall, and it's just like, I better go home to drive safely because obviously I didn't do that too well. I don't know.
Well, you didn't have all of us in there distracting you either, so.
That's true. Should we mention that?
We had a little adventure coming back from dinner Friday night.
Well, I had to start out. We went to this restaurant, and our waitress she looked at me, and she says, "Is your name Janice?" And I said, "No." And she says, "Oh, you just look." I don't know if she knew somebody named Janice, or I looked like somebody.
A Janice.
I looked like a Janice or whatever. So it was kind of
something we joked about.
We joked about. It's like Janice pass the salt, or Janice, But I'm local. Roberta and I are local. I should know my way. Of course, I'm from Kansas. She's from Missouri, and but I got ready to turn to go back to the hotel, and I was in the wrong lane, and so I just kind of made a new turn. And so if you watch Annie Proper Stitch or Annie, and if you hear her mention her friend
trying to follow,
she was trying to follow us, and I just made up this turn because I got in the wrong lane. And so if you say that Janice is a scary driver, that's our friend Janice, aka me.
Yeah,
so
and I don't know.
Thank you, Annie.
And I don't know if Doris and Sherry will drive with us anymore either, because they were in the back seat. They're from Colorado, so they didn't know. But it's like, oh, is this how you drive out here?
Well, then I tell the story about turning that turn with going 30 miles an hour, and the boys are all. It's like, maybe I do that. So, anyway, that's who Janice is.
Yeah, we made it safely, but that was another little fun memory. But yeah, so the retreat started Thursday afternoon, and the first designer who was up was Linda Lautenschlager of Chessie and Me, and I love her piece. It's downstairs because that was one I texted Lenny. I said, I think Sebastian the Squirrels visited me because it wasn't on my radar to start, but it was like, I love this. I think I'm going to start it. And so it's downstairs in my to start pile. So, but you have it.
I have that. I have. Linda had given us, it was called the Harvest.
Oh, I just love this.
Oh, and she takes her pictures, it's a picture. And she gave us all the material and the backing.
Oh, that way you do that.
And the floss. All this. And then I started stitching it. I'm sorry, it's kind of wrinkled. That was my start.
Well, yeah, so, I didn't read directions, and so, apparently she says start with the X's, and then they also had like a little outline stitch, and so I started with the outline stitch, but
it's all going to turn out the same.
It's so cute. I have a thing for needle books anyway, but
and it's
this one with the fall motifs, and
that's what I love about retreats when the designers come, and bless their little hearts. Maybe that's not the right thing to say, but I can't imagine putting 150 kits together,
Yeah.
and they're so detailed, and they wrapped all the floss around each of the rings. And
well, thank you. I think I said there were 300. Did I say there were 300 of us? That's StitchCon. There was only 150 of us. So if I said 300, it's actually half that. But still, 150 was a lot.
But yeah,
because that room got hot. all our little stitching bodies.
But yes, they put all these kits together, and they're wrapped beautifully.
They are.
And, detailed, and, even down to the little wool piece to, put your needle in. But, it's so much fun. It's like, you get home and you open up your bag, and I dumped everything out, and it was like Halloween separating all my candy.
Yeah.
But
and look there's a little scissor fob there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was our first.
That was the first.
And it was sitting on our table, and it's like, oh goody. Oh, and here's the back of it finished. So you got the
inside of the needle book
there. Showing up. Okay. So I can't wait to. You have to stitch it first, but I just want it done. But anyway, so pretty.
So that was Thursday night, and then Thursday we just there was a restaurant attached to the hotel, and we went out to the restaurant with a group of people Thursday night. So that was a really fun way to start. And then
we had the cutest waiter,
Matt. Yes, he was very patient with all of us.
He handled all us women with great grace.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. And then we came back downstairs and stitched for a while Thursday night. And then so Friday we were up bright and early, and Friday morning the first designer was Liz Matthews from Liz Matthews, and she gave us this sampler. And those colors are just my colors. So just love this piece. And she calls it a vanity sampler because when she got it and took it out of the frame, it has like the stitcher's name and date. I get totally cut out there, which I have seen it where the date is gone, but usually they have the name. So that's just really.
I don't understand.
Yeah. I'm not an expert at all on those things, but if you've ever seen one like that and had any other, explanations for why that happened, I just don't understand. And then she also gave us, little motifs so that we could do these, little pillows. And she had a really cool story about this there, about how she was looking for like a coordinating fabric and couldn't find it, and went in an antique store and found enough of this checked fabric to cut all of us at the retreat a couple of those pieces.
And again, she took the front and the linen piece to the back and sewed all 150 together.
Yeah.
To give to us with a little extra piece to close up our hole from the back of the pinky.
So,
but again, just attention to detail.
Mm-hmm. And then this is just, I think she had little needles in here, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Some needles in
just
here.
like quilt pins.
And then she has coordinating floss tags. So very, very fun.
You want to show your finish?
Yes,
because you did one.
And yeah, so this was the pillow piece that she gave us. This was all already stitched, and we just had to turn it inside out and stuff it. And then I did the berry basket. It's hard to pick a motif because they were all so cute,
to do them all.
And it was fun to see what everyone else was doing. But I did the berry basket, and then did like a little crooked finish. And then she also gave us the little antique buttons.
And I did the butterfly, and I just added. She had the antique buttons, and I just love that blue and.
That is really pretty.
I just love that material.
Pretty. It's just such a perfect match.
And then just added a little lace to it.
I like the butterfly too.
I wanted to do the crown. She has a crown on there too, and with the passing
several
of
people
Queen
did.
Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice to. See, I did stick my little
Mm-hmm.
pins in there, but anyway,
Very cute.
rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah. So then the next designer on Friday was Kathy Barrick, right?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
And so Kathy Barrick gave us the kit in a box, and inside, and it was all wrapped with this beautiful ribbon. Inside, we have another floss card. How pretty is that? And then this was tied on the outside of the box. And then she had all kinds of little supplies, like a ruler in here, I am really excited about having my own little mini box cutter thing because I
Ike
just
says I
think
can't
can
use it.
for a lot of other things.
But I mean, again, detail. A little poker to poke in your, and she even gave us a little package of
yeah.
polyfill to do our,
Yeah.
and
And then, you know, a label for the back of your piece. Little pencil.
a pair of scissors. So for just fun, and then you got black wool in yours. Mm-hmm. I didn't finish mine. I got that far. Oh, she also gave us a little pin to put in it.
So yeah, the theme was like the heart and hand motif. And so she gave us wool that you could do a wool applique, and she passed around the little antique wool needle book. And so I went ahead and I did my wool applique piece. And, you know, so she gave you the wool and the thread, and then you could kind of do whatever you wanted. She gave us a bunch of little beads, so I just put the beads in there like a little flower. And then, so this would be the inside of the needle book. And then she gave us the pattern, and in 2 different colorways for the heart and hand motif as a cross-stitch design. And then, go ahead.
And then she took a 12 by 12, 2 sheets of coordinating scrapbook paper, and then a pattern to where we could make a paper hand.
And several people did that in class, and then she showed them, and they turned out really cute.
So, and I remember when...
And I don't know why I didn't do that.
I don't know why, because that was one of the easiest things to do. But I remember when Mom and I we all went shopping, and, you know, she dressed us up in our dresses and petticoats and patent leather shoes, and we all had gloves on. And, you know, I didn't even remember that memory until I saw this pattern.
Oh.
But she had a little bowl set in our entryway when we walked into her house, and we all took our gloves off, you know, 1 finger at a time. And, you know, we had to pair them and lay them down, so when we went to church on Sunday, you know, we put our gloves back on. So it was a wonderful memory, because somehow that was way back in my mind, and I got to relive that memory about my mom. So,
yeah. And so that was Friday. And
Right.
then Friday we talked about, we went out to dinner with some
friends, and
yeah,
had a great time. And
yeah, it was
good
nice.
Food, and
it's just
we
nice
had a
to get to have
nice
time
big
to
table.
sit there and chat and get to know people, and
Put us in
everyone
a
just gets
private
around
room,
and yeah.
So we had a
From
great
like
time.
probably 4 different states, 4 or 5, 6 different
Yeah.
states. Everyone has different backgrounds, but just to sit there and chat was just a lot of fun. And so it's like, you know, the best part of retreats is just getting to know people. And it was fun because I saw people at this retreat that I'd met at the last one, and so it was fun to renew those acquaintances, all really, really nice ladies. And so that was a lot of fun. And then I came back and worked on the computer a little bit, and I was exhausted. So I went to bed, and Lenny stayed up and stitched till the wee hours.
Oh, yeah. Lenny, I cross-stitched past my bedtime all the time. And then, of course, every time we came, we had little presents on our table, little gifts, and we want to thank all our friends and neighbors that gave us things. I want to give a special thanks to Kathy Baker. I thought these were so cute. The little 2x2 blocks. Roberta's had a little angel. I had Santa Claus and a little Christmas tree. And she said these were antiques that she had picked up at an antique sale to add to the tops of our...
And then they have a little place for your scissors.
Oh, yes,
so
that's
that
right.
was really handy because I am always losing my scissors.
And then she also gave a little keychain. It has owls and little woodland key and angel leaves. Just
It has a little bit of...
people
like,
are so
gloss.
talented. It's just so great. We got lots of fun. Floss drops. Little floss rings. Homemade floss rings. Annie's.
Yeah, and someone did, let's see.
Oh, that's me.
Yes, I know. Someone did little notebooks and then more little scissor fobs right here. And so that was fun.
So another little scissor fob. And just thank you, everybody.
Did you do these too?
I did.
Another thing from Lenny. Lenny was really busy.
I love to crochet. Sometime I'll bring in my crochet. That's just something I like to do at nighttime. And when my eyes are too tired to cross stitch, I'll just crochet and just made some little.
And then Lenny made these for everyone. And you want to talk about where the wool came from?
My sister passed away in March, and she was. We always tease. She was a big rug hooker, and she loved wool appliques also. I'll have to bring my rug that she had made me. Gosh, it's a big one, hanging on the wall. I found a picture out of a magazine that had a family on top of the world, and mom and dad and two girls and our dog, our little Cocker Spaniel. So she rug hooked that on top of the world and made the earth. It's absolutely phenomenal. I promise I will bring it. Well, before she passed away, she knew how much I enjoyed wool also, so she gave me all her wool. I think there was 4. Don't cry. Leave your hands alone. I think there was 4 tubs of wool, and so I knew I wanted to made some wool pennies, and then I wanted to use the wool to make the needle books for my friends, and so every piece of square that I had, it was like my sister was there with me making these needle books. So anyway,
that's awesome.
To share that.
That was a lot.
And I still have a lot of wool left, so I still have some projects in my future.
Those are beautiful.
Thank you, my sister.
I know
up in heaven.
They were in. So Lenny, those were included in everyone's bag that you picked up at the retreat. So that was, I know that was a lot of work. That's just a definite work of love to do those for everyone. And so we're all sharing a little bit of your sister.
Thank you to share my sister, because she would have loved to come to a retreat. She would have loved it. So anyway, okay, I'm okay. Oh, I got new glasses, so I keep adjusting them because I think they need to be adjusted. But boy, can I see better! Well, I didn't know you had blonde hair.
Well, I agree, but
gray.
I like those glasses. Those are magic glasses. So we got lots of just beautiful. I'm so excited. I love these floss tags. I have lots more kits that need these. All these just adorable.
Oh, again, they're just beautiful. I almost don't want to write on them. Yeah, I like this one. Stitch what makes you happy, and happy you are when you stitch. Oh, that's great.
And that
3
was
Bugs
from
Stitching.
Instagram, 3 Bugs Stitching.
Oh, that's so cute.
So
Stacy.
Thank you. Those are really cute.
And I think these came from Kaye.
Our friend she has come in and stitch a little on Instagram.
These are special.
And this one was from Shirley and Roxanne. Thank you.
Along with
pretty that is.
With a little acorn. This is from the stranger here sitting next to me. No, this is from Roberta Lyle. So with a little acorn attached to the back. So thank you, Roberta.
You're welcome.
Ozark Mountain Stitcher. We met her. She's fun. We love the Ozarks.
So pretty. This is homemade by Abby, and this is a little acorn needle minder.
Oh yeah, Abby. Let's see. She made a little. I got a little mushroom like Liz Matthews on her new clothes. I'll show it here in a little bit. Her pattern, but they had these cute little mushrooms with the little polka dots on it, and I got one of those from Abby. So thank you, Abby. And these came from Cross Stitch Fancies. It's on Instagram, X Stitch Fancies. So you can buy those from her. Oh, it's just fun, guys.
This is from Mary Van de Houten from Geneva, Florida. And yeah, a marker pen.
Oh, Nancy.
Thank you.
Nancy Reed. She signed the back of them. Look at that sweet face. Oh, I love those.
And then,
And candy. We had candy.
yeah, we had lots
snacks,
of
cookies, and
we had a cute little bag with some goodies from Sandra
Jewel.
Potter, and it was her first retreat.
Oh,
and
yes.
she did a great job.
she did a great job.
Had these little, treats for everyone, little, gifts for everyone, including a needle threader, which I could use one of those in every bag. Oh, what a cute little button.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be perfect for your pillow.
Yeah. Cute little scissor fob. Oh, I know. And then, of course, in our bag that we received, we got
Those are really handy.
They are handy. My 2 inches and the accurate 2 inches are not always the same.
I love bees, and that is such a really pretty floss ring, and nice and heavy duty. So
I saw it. I
that will
did.
definitely be useful.
Oh, yeah.
And she also had a little magnet.
Yeah.
How cute.
So it was just fun, you guys. And I know how Sandra and all the other new people coming to, because that's where I was last year, walked in and just kind of threw my shoulders back and said, okay, I'm at retreat now. And it is, but we're all there for the same reason. We all want to stitch. We all want to make new friends. And I'm so glad I came last year. I'm just thrilled to death.
Yeah, and now you know more people
I know
this
more
year.
people,
and
and I
so
felt
looking forward to seeing people again.
already ready for another one.
I know. And then these were from Julia Mitulka,
Oh, yeah.
and she is on Instagram at Stitchy Julia. And how cute that little girl is.
Oh,
Yeah. And she also had a little candy
is
in
that
there.
is that you, Julia, when you were little?
That's awfully cute.
Very cute. Remind me, Mama.
Very stylish. I don't think I was ever that stylish. And then we got a new pair of scissors, and I think they were all like different little scissors, and this was part of our retreat.
I've
goodie
already
bag.
lost mine. I mean, they're in a box someplace, but another little. I don't know.
Another little floss, and maybe this was. I'm sorry if this was from an individual. Don't remember. Sometimes we try to keep things together and keep it organized, but sometimes they just kind of get tossed into
I just
the
get
bag.
excited.
I am excited about this because
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of times where you're trying to get your little fuzzy threads, the last little fuzzy threads off your piece, and so
my
that
little
is
sticker
from,
fell off.
Debbie Wortman.
But
Thank you.
very, very clever.
Yes.
Because
I love
especially
that.
when you frog and you have those little dust froggies on your.
And I mean, it makes a difference, to
Oh.
have something like that on there.
Oh, I just thought of something. Frog. Sorry.
Sebastian.
Yeah. Well, we're closing our pool this week. We got ciders. We're getting siding on the house, and so it's loud and messy. And anyway, so did my stroll around to clean out the skimmers, being prepared for a mouse. So I opened up the skimmer, looked inside, and it was a frog, hence frog, but he croaked. So he was already dead. We didn't have to worry about him. So we just threw him out. But anyway.
Oh, poor little frog. And so the surprise guest was Lady Dot. And Lady Dot is the person who does a lot
She's
of
a hoot.
trims. Yeah, a lot of the pom-pom, little fringe, all kinds
Chenille.
of little trims. And so you have the pattern. You want to show the
Yes.
design that she brought?
So she brought us this little design, and I'm not even going to try to say it in French. All I remember is voila la zozo.
Noir.
with my
Something noir.
yeah, with my Kansas twang. Anyway, it's a beautiful black velvet pumpkin, and she gave us all the ingredients to make this pumpkin. I mean, again, talk about detail. She had a black velveteen 10-inch square, already fused, already drawn out the size that we needed. All we had to do was cut it out. She gave us the needle. She gave us the ribbon. It had 3 different ribbons, homemade pins, the little stem for the pumpkin. We had stuffing that we could do our pumpkin. And so, anything else you want to add to that?
No.
And again, she just talked about.
Was she talked about having it weighted, and she did not have walnut shells or whatever.
Right.
So that's why I think most of us waited till we got home.
Because she says they're not a cat toy, or
that would not have. When I had cats, that would not have deterred my cats. They would have been pulling those pins out.
And then she talked about upcycling. I mean, don't let anything go to waste. If you've got
that was brilliant.
It is. I mean, if you have a little something that you started that maybe I don't really like that, or that didn't quite turn out, she says put it in a circle and make it into a pumpkin. You got an orange sweater or a green sweater or a purple sweater, or cut it out and you make all different sizes of pumpkins. So,
or she talked about someone she knew who had like some cross stitch they'd never done anything with, and so she went through the closet and took like an old piece of cross stitch that was like I think a chevron design, and made pumpkins out of those. And so it's something that it was in the closet, and now it's something that is she can bring out, like probably in the fall and enjoy.
Yeah, so. I mean, really, you can think about it. You get a coloring design, and you can cut one of those out, a leaf, but I mean, you could put any kind of design. I mean, your mind just goes into all these different design ideas.
And there's all kinds of circles, you can use a dinner plate, you can use the lid of a pot or something, or
just remember, I mean, we're going to show you, these were 10-inch circles, so they look really big, but you're going to do a running stitch around it and tighten it up, and this is the size of a 10-inch, so you can make any kind of squares that you. Oh, excuse me. Come on, stretch. Sorry. So Roberta and I came home and we made our little pumpkins.
So yeah,
that was really cute.
Fun. And she gave us the stems too.
Yes, and I have tried to find some. And so
Well, and then when I got home, I thought I had walnut shells, and I didn't. So I just used dried beans. I had some dried beans. And then they're pretty inexpensive, so. So it has a good weight to it.
Yeah. So
and I
did
not tuck in. She said to make a little dimple on the bottom. I did not do that. I just left it. And because of the beans, it sits just fine. Yeah. I think so.
It's just and so I got really excited. I have a Halloween quilt that I'm working on at home, and I had 4 squares left that wasn't going to fit into the quilt, so I rolled it up and. Made a little pumpkin.
Cute.
So
was that a little bit smaller circle?
No, I did. Well, I don't know. I did my dinner plate. So
okay,
my dinner plate.
So maybe how cute is that?
Yeah, it probably was.
Thank you, Liddy.
You're welcome. So, okay.
So that was Thursday.
Ooh,
or that was
so
Friday. Much fun. And then Sunday or Sunday.
No, don't get to Sunday yet.
Saturday, the first designer was Alma. Actually, I was thinking she was last, but Alma Allen from Blackbird Designs was first. And so she had a beautiful display, and I'll probably I might put it in while we're talking here. Her maybe I'll insert some of the other trunk shows too. Beautiful trunk show. The way she does it, I mean, it's not just her pattern. She has other little things just to kind of complement the patterns, and it was really, really fun. She's very gracious. A lot of people got their patterns signed and that sort of thing, but here is the design she gave us.
Alma's lovely and funny.
Just beautiful. And then she showed the antique it's based on, and then she also had a little project for us and
gave us a
little
box.
Bird, kind of looks like a little road runner.
It does.
And so she just pulled out that little motif. So, and then
again wrapped beautifully,
and then she gave us all the little floss cards with another little bird motif and the beautiful Blackbird design colors. So
and fabric
and linen, that's
linen.
What is it?
A 40 count legacy? No, Edinburgh. Legacy Edinburgh.
A legacy.
Oh, 36.
That almost looks peachy. I thought Legacy was more green.
Sometimes it's green. Look at that. That doesn't look real. Well, it kind of looks green in that
screen,
but
yeah,
that's gonna be gorgeous.
I know. so pretty.
I know.
And
It's like you wanna just get started. And then our last, oh my gosh. Our last designer is Teresa Kogut. She gave us this project, which is the project. So inside, I mean, look at that sampler. In this beautiful box. The box is nice and sturdy. It was wrapped, I did get into it, but it was wrapped beautifully, not wrinkled at all. The name of the pattern is Pernici Manor. And she was telling us a story and how she came up with the name of the sampler. And she wanted something with a bird in it, a big bird. And so she said she went to Mr. Googly and looked up the word bird, and one of the words was Pernici. Italian?
I think so.
I think so. So anyway, and she says, but Teresa was so funny. She says, but if she saw a big bird like that on top of her house, she was going to lock herself in or move out. But she talked about, I love these trees shaped like hearts. And then she has, Teresa and her love of woodland. She's got a deer and a goat. And she says the reason for the goat was when they moved into their house 20 years back or so, they were really run with, what's that called?
Poison ivy.
Poison ivy. And I guess the only real way to get rid of poison ivy is to have a goat. And she says, well, I can't do a goat because then I won't have hostas or tulips or anything like that. But that was the reason why. But, I just love this three-sided border, the trees.
The mismatched trees.
The alphabet.
Yeah, so pretty.
It's gorgeous. And then she gave us, she gave us a beautiful enamel needle minder. All the floss. All the floss.
So pretty.
A business card. A little sticker to put in our book of days, so now I can put the sticker in.
About that, I can use one of the floss rings to put all these floss on it.
I believe this was the 40 count.
I think so.
I think that was the 40
I think
count.
that's Country Mocha.
Okay, yes. And then she did make us a small sampler pattern in honor or in remembrance. No, what do I want to say? Just to remember our retreat. So awesome.
To commemorate or whatever.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, that
So,
was so fun.
That was our recap, not counting all the fun and guffaws that we had while we were there. But
yeah, and so here I'm going to insert some video that we took. And so, one of the things that I really enjoy about going to retreats is going around, seeing what everyone else is stitching, and just chatting with them about it, because you have that commonality, you have that instant bond as far as loving this hobby and what we're doing. And so you get to see, the patterns never do the designs justice. So seeing things in person, you see things you definitely want to add to your stash. And so I just checked with a few people, did a few videos for a couple of reasons. I've never filmed at a retreat before. I didn't want to film 20 videos and have then have none of them turn out and be, oh well, sorry, and have people looking forward to seeing that. And then also I just didn't want to bother people because there was a lot to do. As soon as you get a new project, people would be pulling it out and working on it. And so didn't want to be, just going around with my, phone saying, okay, we film you. Can we film you? And here I am. But I did get a few people, and so I'm going to insert those videos here.
Scarlet letters was a little fat. So oh, that's beautiful.
This is our friend Doris. Doris is from Colorado.
Well, hello.
And pardon?
Doris has to have a picture.
Okay, and Doris is modest, but she's working on Elizabeth Sheffield by the Scarlet Letter, and this is just gorgeous.
The color does. the picture of it doesn't do it justice.
No.
The colors are so much brighter.
This is the attic conversion with a couple of changes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of using, I kind of did my own thing on the bird for the light colors because it calls for mixing colors in here. And I can't mix colors because it's 40 count and it's a little shrunken and this bird is over 1.
Oh, wow.
So that's a little tricky.
Well, it is gorgeous.
And then this line is over 1 right here.
Wow.
Just beautiful.
It is absolutely.
Isn't that fast? So now you see why I had to go home and order that.
It is so much fun.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Well, thank you for sharing.
It's
gorgeous.
Well, I know that Roberta had seen it in April, and I haven't made much progress because I've had a few things to do.
I think you got a lot done.
Yes, you did. A lot.
That's beautiful.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, absolutely.
And Doris are you the program director for the Sampler Guild of the Rockies? So that's how we met, and so fun to meet her in person here. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Doris.
It just came out in June. It was from a retreat a year ago at Amana.
She's talking for me.
Okay, this is our friend Kaye, and she has come in and stitched a little on Instagram. And so she is here at retreat, and she is stitching on Live on Little. And you want to tell us about it, Kaye?
Yeah, sure. I went to the Paulette Stewart retreat in Amana Colonies, Iowa, over a year ago, and Paulette was the designer, and she gave us this retreat piece, which has now come out here recently. And I started a little bit in the corner at Amana, but then I didn't pick it back up until August 1st, and so now I'm just doing all the fill-in work for it.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And what did you say? What linen it is on?
This is 36 count hog bristle with all the call for
colors.
It was a kit that we got at the retreat. So we got all kinds of little goodies, and she gave us a waxer and a compass, and it was really cool.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
This is our friend Carlene, and Carlene has just finished or picked up a piece from the framer by Hands Across the Sea. And Carlene, do you want to talk about it a little bit?
This is Rosa Sugars. It was done by a 4-year-old. So this is incredible for a 4-year-old. I stitched it on 46 XJU baby sheep. Used the call for threads, 103.
That's beautiful. And how long did it take you?
Not very long because I love the stitch. There was a lot of changing colors, but it went pretty fast, and it's probably my favorite stitch that I've ever done.
You picked it up from?
I picked it up from Heart's Desire in Wichita, Kansas.
It's a beautiful framing job. And then I'm going to go over here and show it's in the works over here. And this is, I'm going to go over your shoulder here so I can see it. And here it's just getting underway, and that was just one morning's work, you said?
Yes.
So, and your name is?
My name's Terry.
Terry.
McMillan.
Terry McMillan from Texas. You didn't want to be on camera?
No.
Okay. But anyway, lots of inspiration here, and we're just enjoying seeing what everyone's stitching on. We're here with Stacy, our friend Stacy from Stitch Group, and she is stitching a really cute little Halloween piece, and she was going to tell us about it.
So this is my second stitch along. It's by Hands On Design, Kathy Haberman. Last year she had a Christmas cookie exchange, and this year she's doing a Halloween stitch along. I really like the colors. I like to decorate for Halloween and Christmas. And it is stitched on Silver Mist, Belfast linen, fabrics by Stephanie. It was what Kathy had called for in the pattern, and so I ordered it on Etsy. And I got the cute little floss drops as well. It's just DMC, but it's fun, and I've added a couple little glittery things to make the little tentacles, or I can't tell if they're tentacles or steam, but I think they're tentacles coming out, and I've added a couple glittery things, but not much. And then there's some little dots up here, but I've seen a few people have done beads instead of putting the stitches in, so I think I'm going to do that. And then I just still have to do the little Halloween banner, and then down here I'm finishing the little pumpkin garland.
That's very cute. Are you enjoying the retreat?
I am. It's my second one, and I've never been before. I had never been before this past spring, and so I'm here at this one now, and I'm enjoying it.
Very good. Well, thanks for sharing. This is our friend Gwen from the Stitch Group, and Gwen is very knowledgeable about cross stitch and needle things. So she brought this fantastic vest. Can you tell us about it? I see your name is right there. So,
well, I do not quilt, but I enjoy crazy quilting because of the creativity. You get to choose your colors, your fabric, the color of your threads, the stitches that you want to use. So it's a very creative outlet. I have made the vest. I have also made purses to give away, and I've never tackled a huge quilt. No, that's
the stitching is beautiful.
I have a friend that got very intrigued with it, and we went to Wisconsin, and Judith Montana was teaching the class, and she was the one that inspired resonance about crazy quilting. And so we just came home and decided we were going to do this, and we had a lot of fun. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's delightful. Thank you. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Liz, Elizabeth Hankins Stitch, and I'm working on Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut, and I had to bring it because she's here and I love her. So, 36 count, hand dyed by me, and all the called for colors. And I just need to do the right side now, or the left side, I guess. I don't know. I'm backwards.
When you say hand dyed, is that like a red dye?
Yeah. So I took a piece of Zweigart in the color limestone, and then I used dark brown and gray Rit dye, and just did a little like over dye wash because I had the chart. And I couldn't find the tin roof, so I just used this as a guide and tried to make my fabric look like the cover photo. I love how it turned out, and tin roof is really a different color than this, and I know photos are deceiving sometimes, so I just matched the photo. So thank you. Yes, I went last September. I'm going to come every September I can. Every September they call me and invite me back. You're welcome.
We are thrilled that Jean Lee is here at this retreat again, and she's just as gracious a person as she appears on camera.
Thank you.
And she also she stitches on 56 in real life. So we asked her to share what she's working on.
Okay. I'm trying to finish Caroline Page. I have loved this one since it was first published from Hats, and I started it months ago, and I got to the 2. And so since I've been on this trip, I've stitched a little bit more, but not as much as I thought I would. It's too much fun visiting with all of you. And this is...
It's gorgeous.
I'm using Swasser Fien number 2335, or if you want to do it in 103, it's 335. Just take off the 2, and it's the same color. Yes. Yes. Thank you. I love it. I love it, especially the bottom. This section right here is really unusual with the trees and that border and this area. It's very lovely, I think.
It's really pretty.
Hats has put out a number of beautiful little red samples, and I've stitched a number of them.
And does she have the history of the little girl in this book?
Yes. Yes. Several pages.
How old was she?
She was 8. 8 years old.
Well, we love you, Jean.
Thank you.
For coming.
Thank
You
you.
look beautiful in red as always.
Thank you.
Your
Thank you.
signature color.
I'm wearing this because tomorrow is September 11th.
That's right.
And we need to remember.
Always
We must
remember.
never forget.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Just be natural.
Okay. I'm a Halloween freak. So I have witches and Halloween stuff all over my house, and I leave it up all year because I love it. I love the colors and I love the fun of Halloween. So that I'm not working on here because it's craziness. And all of the open spaces are beading, so there's like 9,000 beads on it. Yeah, it's ridiculous, and Mill Hill treasures and all kinds of stuff. So the one I'm working on right now is just, whoops, don't want to do that. It's just another little Halloween one called Witchy Woman. Very simple. And I'm from Arkansas, and I came up here to visit with my friend Don, who lives here, and we haven't seen each other for a number of years, so we're having a great time.
How long have you been working on Mirabilia?
It's not a Mirabilia, it's yeah, and I've probably been working on her a little over a month because a little over because I just had a knee replacement and I moved at the same time.
Well, that's incredible.
So this is my total relaxation when I get tired of emptying boxes.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm from Green Valley. And is that okay to about it? Yeah, because a little bit harder than we anticipated when I started it. And nobody warned me. So, but I've really enjoyed her. I've probably been working on her for a couple of months. And yesterday it made my day when she came over and I was like, what's another one?
Absolutely gorgeous. And when you see it through the camera here, it really looks like art.
It is art.
It's just gorgeous.
I just love her.
We saw it. We want to come over and say hi.
Thank you.
Beautiful work.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks. Now I got to get on there and watch. Sampler Sisters? SABLE Sisters. Got it.
Last two that I filmed, and they had the neatest story.
They did. Go ahead.
And you would never know. I mean,
No.
you never know unless you take the time to go around and just visit with people.
I thought maybe it was mom and daughter, or, you know, but it wasn't. Go ahead and...
No, so they had been friends, and so correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
They had been friends for 35 years. They met, and I have to look back on what their names are.
Oh, I didn't write down their names.
And it'll show in the video. But they met when the one lady owned a store in Washington State, I think. Mm-hmm. And so
And her husband was in the Navy.
Yeah, and so she owned a cross stitch store, and so they had known each other many, many years, moved different places, and had not seen each other for 20 years.
20 years.
And so the one lady said, "I'm coming to this retreat," and the other lady's like, "I think I'd like to do that too." And she hadn't stitched for a year, I think.
No, she's fine, but you know, she had a serious injury, and so she came with her to join her at the retreat. Oh my gosh, she was a prolific stitcher.
Oh, and beautiful.
Oh, she was doing, I don't want to say Nora or Mirabilia, but it was something like that. But, and it's like, how long did this take it? I think she said
a month.
Yeah, it's like,
I was thinking
oh
that's
my
probably
gosh.
something you started
So when you
last
see it.
Halloween, and so yeah, and so you just never know those stories. I mean,
And she was
how-
doing an angel from Teresa Kogut.
yeah, and the
So,
leather lady,
and
that's-
again, you see him like Roberta said, you see him in pictures and you think, gosh, that's pretty. But when you see it in real life and how it all blends together, it's stunning.
But yeah, it's just heartwarming. All of these friendships that spring up because of, you know, cross stitching continue for years and years and years. So that was really cool. And then the other thing I wanted to share is my autograph book from Lisa Prims on Greenway. So got several people to sign the book, and you know, I have a lot of blank pages, but of course
More retreats.
yeah.
Oh,
Stephanie had to sign the last page, you know, like save the best for last. So love Stephanie.
way to go,
Yeah.
Steph.
So that was fun. So anyway, yeah, looking forward to getting more signatures on that. At the end of the retreat, they announced the plans for the next retreat. And so Rita said I could go ahead and announce it and let you all know, because this time there was one session with 150 people. And next time there's going to be, another 5 designers, but it's only going to be over 2 days, but there will be 2 sessions. And the first session will be April 20th and 21st, and the second session will be April 22nd and 23rd. And the designers will be Vicki Jeanette from Needlework Press, Lori Markovic from Lottie Da, Stacy Nash, Ann Robinson, and Pat Ryan, and they are both from R&R Reproduction. So I guess kind of like 4 different designers, because I would think whatever the R&R gals do, it's just going to be like one design or whatever. A kit's included with each class. Lunch and snacks are provided. Cost is $550 with $250 due at sign up. And so what Rita said is, if you're interested in taking part in this, go ahead and call Quilter Station at 816-525-8955, and they'll put you on the list. And those of us who attended the last one put our names on the list, and so they're calling us. You know, we said if we want to go to session 1 or 2, and they're calling us and getting our deposits first. And then she said they might not call you right away, but they will put your name on the list and they'll give you a call as there's openings, as she confirms there's openings. So that so if you're interested, I would say go ahead and call and make sure you get on the list.
And something to add, it's going to be held at the Drury Inn, and there is a block rate price for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that telephone number is 816-795-9393. So if you call Rita and you are able to get in, you want to call the Drury Inn to go ahead and
reserve your
to
room.
reserve your room. And that's, again, April 20th and 21st is the first section, and April 22nd and 23rd is the second session. And we're going to be there.
We're planning to be there. That will be fun. I'm excited. I haven't seen
any of those, so
I saw Stacy Nash once years and years ago.
So-
back when Rita had the Stitching with the Stars, I think they called it in July, and so that was probably
exciting.
Probably 15 years ago.
Wow.
So
I think it might have
that will
changed a
be
little
fun.
bit.
Yeah, but love her stuff. So very cool.
And of course, we got some raffles at the retreat. I mean, not really. I'm sorry, I didn't win a raffle.
We were going to say there were raffles.
There were
because
raffles.
There were raffles.
There were. I have a raffle ticket, but anyway. Haha. Okay.
So
Show those first. Okay.
we both got this.
Do we both get this? Okay.
Didn't you? Yeah.
Yep. Yay, Teresa. This is awesome. I have the fabric already, and I'm going to get the floss.
There's so many cute designs in there. She had the models there for the book. Those were so cute.
Mostly DMC with some classic color works, but look at that.
Isn't that pretty? This
Some of
one,
those retro.
love that one. So anyway, it was very fun to see these in person.
Oops. Sorry. Yeah. Well, so cute. Okay.
I forgot to mention, we also, one of the
Oh,
freebies
yeah.
we also got was this one from Alma. And I just love that. I have always loved that design, so I'm really happy to have that piece. That's not something I had in my stash. So,
And then from Liz Matthews, 2 Pumpkins Bright. Oh, and this was so cute finished up. So cute. And then, go ahead.
and then I got from Liz Matthews, I got this garden sampler, has little, with the little
You've been wanting
spools
that.
on the outside. I don't know if this is the same one that I was thinking. I look at
No, I think you're
it's
talking about Into the Garden.
Yes, probably.
But
this
I
is
think
really
it does.
cute.
I got that one too, but I know which one you're talking about.
But I like the tree, and I have some of these frogs, the glass frogs, and so that would be really cute in one of those. So that's really cute.
And then we both got this.
This was so stunning. I love this since it came out at Expo, I think, and so yeah, you couldn't see this and not pick it up.
So this little mushroom here with the little polka dots, that was the little needle minder that Abby and I just gravitated to that immediately. Mm-hmm. And this is something, really, you can keep this out from September to decorating for the holidays.
Yeah, some people, if you look closely, it has little spiders and spider webs on it, and some people said, well, I don't think I'm going to do that, which we live by the lake. We have a lot of spiders, so that's appropriate for me. But if that makes it look too Halloweenish to you,
I think it's cute because that's part
out.
that's part in the garden. So I think I will too. Okay, I knew you were going to get that.
Couldn't pass up an owl.
Go with my Parliament of Owls.
Yep. And then, do you have whips? We didn't show our whips.
No, and I do.
We have been doing other things too.
And I got them all together. So I want to thank Tina Egner. She commented to me about the buttons that goes along with my hello. A hello pattern. So Tina, I will pay it forward. Thank you so much for all the buttons that you gave me for the months that I didn't have. So thank you again.
Very sweet.
Very, very generous. So that was one of my whips.
Let's see. I thought I would have this done, but not quite. But getting here on the home stretch. This is Emily's Bliss by Summerhouse Stitchworks. This was an exclusive from Acorns and Threads through Homespun Needlework on Facebook.
Beautiful colors.
So I just love that. So I am going to finish it as a drum. The kit came with all of the fabric and the little acorn to finish it. So that's my plan on that one.
And I guess I can go ahead and throw this in there as a start. I started a Blackbird. And this is what I've got so far. I got the, oh gosh, it's wrinkled. I'm sorry.
That's pretty. Who else is starting that?
Brandy at our Stitch Club is doing that.
And I think Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilt said she's always wanted to do that, and she's just starting that one.
Gosh, that looks terrible. I should have taken that out. Anyway.
You got the whole border done. Awesome.
I got the whole border done, and then somewhat of the little leaf. So that is Blackbird Midnight Watch. And it is a very easy stitch. If you do it, be careful, because on the inside of this, you're just stitching and stitching, 331, 331, and then all of a sudden it's 33 none. And so I think I got halfway down there and I realized, so be careful.
I think when you get to the house, the moon, and the cat, I think that's going to be pretty intense.
I think so too. I am going to go.
Be a no joke house.
I'm going to go all around and do all the alphabet and say.
But I love that.
But
I love that.
And I got the cutest little needle minder. It's a little spider, and it's just that perfect size to sit on there, so it isn't too heavy. But anyway, the kids came down. Mimi, you got a spider on your fabric, and I go, I know, honey. This one's for sure. So that's a whip now.
And then this is one thing I really want to get done this year, and that is Brenda Gervais, Camellia. I guess can't.
Just call her Camellia.
Caroline Amelia Trowell. And so I worked on the house. I had, that was what I did when I did sit and stitch on something other than the projects from the classes. And so this week I want to try to finish the rest of the border. And then there's just like some wording down here, a big bird, and I think something else over here. I can't remember what else is over there, but I think the bird will take a lot of time, but usually the wording isn't too time consuming. So definitely want to get that done this year. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that for the next couple of months.
And I did start this. I wanted to do it actually in Halloween. So I didn't put the Merry Christmas Molly Bean Merry Christmas at the bottom. So I actually did it on the Cyprian, and I'm just going to do a black stitch.
That's pretty.
Isn't that pretty? I thought it'd just make a nice little pillow.
Yeah, it's really cute.
I think it was just
ABCs.
I think it's something I got off the Humble Stitcher on Etsy.
Very cute.
Okay.
Then my other thing is plans. So
okay.
Another
Let's see. I did want to. Let me look at my notes real fast here. I wanted to thank. I'm sorry, your viewer is DS, so I don't know your name, but you recommended some fabric from Stitchery Express to go with Teresa Kogut's Monsters, and when I went back and watched the went back to watch the video of Teresa Kogut, which she was showing.
Oh yeah.
She had shown this, and it's an exclusive from Stitchery Express. And this is the printed. It's a fabric
flare.
Fabric flare, and it's printed on this. Can you hold that in for me? And
I'm just sitting here like a lot.
And so the person that had done this had put the little monsters, having a parade across, the dark of night. So I was going to start out with, what's his name?
They have names.
And Teresa.
Or did you name them?
No, I didn't name these. I might, but they're pretty cute names. This is Groovy Gary and Frightened Fred.
Oh.
So they're pretty cute. But I was going to do the big one walking first, and then Groovy Fred.
Idea.
And then they have Skelly and Party Pete. I don't know how many of these will fit, so I'll have to play around with it. But I do know who's going to start and who's going to finish. And Creepin' Jack will be coming in the end because he's kind of sneaking up on the back of everybody. But when she suggested this, I went straight to it. So thank you, DS. I love the idea, and I'm going to do it. And so watch for this to come. It won't be this Halloween for sure. Yeah. But
that'll be adorable. So that kind of reminds me, over Labor Day we had my son and his family came, including Clara, and it's really a good thing that Clara came because she let us know that we have monsters in our pantry. So that was good to know. I did not realize that before, but now now we know to watch out for that.
Thank you, Claire, for letting us know that. And how did she come to that determination?
I don't know. She was just in there and just came out and said we have monsters in the pantry, I guess. And then yesterday, Kristen took her to Target. They were getting some things at Target, and she's in the shopping cart, and they walk in, and Clara's like, I want to go to the toy section. And Kristen said, well, no, we have to go see, something else, go shop for something else first. And Clara said, that's so disappointing.
Oh my gosh, what a big word. They're so cute.
Okay. Ooh, pretty.
I know.
Is that plans?
This is plan.
Oh, I want to see.
Okay. Well.
That's so pretty.
This story on this sampler, I may be becoming a sampler. Oh. So Hands Across the Sea. Who was doing this?
Carlene? Was that Carlene?
Yes. She was doing it. Oh my God, Carlene.
We do have the video of that, hopefully.
Okay.
You might not be able to hear her, but hopefully you'll be able to see it.
So I came right home, and
that is pretty.
And
That was so pretty.
this is called Rosa Sugars. That's her name. 1881. She was 4 years old. 4 years old. Then they said that she was the province on the back of this, tells a story about her. She really was a genius. She was in school at 3 years old. And anyway, this is I am so excited.
But you still have to have that manual, the fine motor skills to do that.
I think of our little kids when they were 3 and, just barely holding a crayon. And it's just amazing to think. And I don't, I guess, it calls for 28 or 14. But anyway, just to think that they could go in and little 3-year-old hands can go in and out. And anyway, this is going to be
that was really
another
pretty.
study. So, and the colors are so vibrant. So I ordered the floss pack, and I did order it from Vicki Clayton. And
okay, good.
So I'm really excited. It hasn't come yet, but I am so excited. So that's some plans.
Yeah, that was pretty, and that was, and Carlene has it framed as you hopefully saw, and we said you need to show that to Jean from the attic. So she took and showed it to Jean, and then we're like, and Nicola Parkman's friend Melissa was at the retreat as well. We said, well, you have to show that to Melissa, and she showed it to Melissa, and Melissa took a picture of it and sent it to Nicola right there and then. So, it's a thrill for designers to see, when they bring something out that you've already stitched it and had it framed, that meant that much to you. So one of my plans is I really, really wanted to start that needle book, but I really want to start this too because I have a finish in mind, and that is by the Calico Confectionery, and I love fall most of all. And I think I'm going to change up the colors just a little bit, slightly more muted because I do like the muted ones. So I pulled some Weeks Dye Works, and I pulled a DMC, but I might look for something like Oscar by Weeks Dye Works. But that is what I am hoping to get done. I'm going to adapt it a little bit for what I want to do, and hopefully it works out the way I have it in my mind.
Okay.
It's always a thrill when that happens.
Just another comment. Joe had, because I was naming some of my patterns. Joe came up with some names for my Murder of Crows pattern, and she recommended Edgar, Allan, and Poe. I think it's brilliant. So I think that's a for sure thing. What else? Oh, I do have a plan, but I think I'm going to have to look it up for a minute. Just some quick little haul, maybe added to haul. I ordered this off of Etsy, and I didn't write it down. I'm so good about this, but thank you. It's just a little hanger. I have all my Halloween finishes that I did, so I'm going to pick one of them, and it says Boo, and so I thought that was really cute. So, and then I was at Hobby Lobby, and you guys, everything's 50% off.
Wow.
And this was $6.99, and they're orange, red, and this green. But for 50% off at $6.99, they make perfect. And then they have the little easel, but they make perfect finishes. So you can get, and I think the colors are great.
Yeah.
You can color them if you want to, but
good colors for fall.
I didn't even take this off. I just put it on top of it. This is a great purchase.
Oh, so this was extra? Or what do you mean?
No, I mean if you didn't.
Oh, you would. Okay.
It's glued on there,
Okay.
but if you wanted it flat, but I didn't. I just kept my size, even if it was a little bit bigger. It's okay. But this is a great finish. I use it a lot. And that's what I was going to do. This was another purchase I got it has nothing to do with anything in my house, but it fits. It fits. I went looking for a finish for this, and I'm not going to fold it up, but it fits in there. Absolutely gorgeous. And then what I'm going to do is just take some black, just a dry paint, and paint this, and then scrape it a little bit to have some of the white.
Seeing the possibilities, being open and seeing the possibilities. I saw a video by Kindred Stitcher, where she was looking for a finish for a piece that she has, and she bought a little box, and then she's going to put like little sewing things in it, and it's going to be so cute. But yeah, sometimes I get overwhelmed going in Hobby Lobby if I don't have something specific to look at, because
that looks like an ugly color, but it really isn't that. It's really pretty. It's really just an orange. But it is. I took this in particular. Lots of times, if I just go in the same way, just go in and start looking, it's like, oh, I don't know. But if I took something in particular and measured it,
that's a good idea.
It was perfect.
Good.
Okay.
I think we have the drawing. You want to do the?
Oh, can I have just a couple more whips. I did.
Cute bag.
Yeah. I decided if you don't work on it, it's not going to get done. So I decided every night I'm going to do two squares. So I just did 2 more squares, but that's what I'm going to do every night before I go to bed. So that's in my plan.
That's looking good. Those colors look good on that.
It's so
really like that.
Colorful. And my last one was a brand new.
Do you want to show the pattern?
Oh, I didn't bring it.
Oh,
it's sitting in my stand. Pooh. Oh, that's okay. I'll bring it the next time. I'll have more done on it. And I did do a new start because I finished Teresa Kogut. I did a new start, and I really don't have much to show on it, but it's Not Forgotten Farm.
I love that.
The
pattern.
Flight.
That is so cute.
And I was just so happy that I got Teresa Kogut done. And I had this fabric. It's kind of I think it's called Mystic Gray. But that's it, guys. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. But that was all I could do. But so next time.
You were really anxious to get that
started. I know it. It's like,
you?
I finished something. That means I can start something.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, so that was a brand new start. So that will be coming in the future.
Very cute.
Okay.
And
then future. Okay, you long-term plans, because I'm going to say this now because I'm going to commit to it. The Primitive Punch and Needle Stitcher magazine back in fall of 2021. Anyway, Barbara Ann, I think that's Dancer. But
cool.
I bought the fabric for this, and I believe it's just DMC. But if not, I will get the threads. But that is once we get into the holidays and once I get through stitching fall, back to Autumn Town.
I haven't seen anyone stitch that.
I haven't either, and I don't
really
know why.
Cool.
And I just, the eyes of that deer is just so loving. I don't know. I'm so excited about this. So that's my long.
Oh, he's got a little like turtleneck sweater on. How cute is that?
But
the snowflakes and the little lantern.
Yes, and she always puts the keys on her pattern. But
wow,
it's like, okay, I don't want to wish time away, but I'm ready.
Yeah,
to start this. All right, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, the winner.
Oh, the winner. Okay,
Skinny.
Okay. I had to stop for a minute. Our winner for Skinny for the little October pillow is Joyce Andrews. ANDREWES. So Joyce,
I'll put my email down below if you can email, or do you want to?
No, you go ahead and do that.
I'll put my email. I'll send it to Lenny, and she will mail it out because she has the pattern.
Yes, I will do that.
So.
And I did want to mention some Flosstubers that we've been watching. I watched 2 eclectic stitchers, Penny and Angie. They were really cute and have a lot of good things to show. Also, So and So's had their second video up.
Oh, okay.
And oh my gosh, you guys, grab a snack, something to drink, and just enjoy because they have so much to share. And then to thank you, Flosstubers, So and So's, Kathy and Nancy, and Jessica at Sweetwater, and Chrissy at Finally a Farm Girl, and then Annie, the Proper Stitcher.
Yeah.
So, and Genesis, thank you. So
And then so for this week, our giveaways are all fall related, and I showed this one in a previous video. This is the drawn thread pillow that I'm sending to my cousin, and if you would like to win this
the skeleton
pattern, please say scary. Now let's search by that. Then this is the one I just showed today. This was a actually I think this was a kit from Dying to Stitch, but this is for just the pattern because I did the piece, so I used the linen and the floss and everything. If you want to win this one, say garden. The keyword is garden. And then finally, this is a Brenda Gervais one, and the Little House and Squirrels. It's just a little booklet. And if you'd like to win this pattern, the word is autumn. And it's souvenirs of the heart are autumn in Amana, so the keyword is autumn. So I think that's it. We appreciate your time. We really appreciate you spending time with us. We love to read your comments, even if you don't want to win the prizes. If you want to leave a comment, thank you for your time. Thank you for comments. Hope your last 3 weeks have been good, and we will be back in about 2 weeks.
That's right. Okay.
So, bye.
Bye.